What is up, Ecamm family? What is up? What's crack-a-lacking? What it do? I know what's missing. I need to turn on the comments so I can see what kind of psycho craziness y'all are talking about today. Anyway, as you can tell, I am neither Anna or Fuljens. So what happens when you mix a Haitian and a Dominican? You get a Haitian Puerto Rican. So you're stuck with me. Anyway, um, listen, we're gonna do this Cyber Monday stream. I just want to send some heartfelt love out to Honor and Fortunes. As you may have heard, they had a really kind of jacked up situation over the weekend, and we want to give our love and support for them, but we also wanted to give them space to kind of like chill out, relax, and heal and not think about this. If you didn't hear about it, go look it up. We don't want to get too much in it, but just know that we support them and whatever they do, and so we're here, right? Also, please, but you can say happy messages to them, but don't ask them what happened. Okay, like let you can send positive support, but let them breathe. You know what I mean? All right, that's coming from your man. All right, family, listen, let's get into this. Today, I brought a specialty guest. Dun, 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 dun. Boom. What is up, Stephanie?
What did it do? I got my credit. Well, actually, no, I pushed my credit card far, far away.
Yes. Let's see. Let's see. Oh my God, I'm having too much fun over here. Let me just make sure that I'm not messing up anything that Honor and Fortunes had planned for us because I don't want to get
OMG.
in trouble messing up their stuff. First of all, they made this look so good. Like they absolutely made this look
It
phenomenal.
looks
So I gotta
clean.
Yes, I love it. It has me wanting to go and rebuild my whole show now. And what I love about it is, for the most part, other than the background movies, all of the elements are basically built in Ecamm. So if you guys check out the Building Block show, you'll see how they do this. They're always teaching you how to do this. And yeah, I like it. I can't do the twirling background because of my ADD, but everything else is on point. Everything else is super solid. All right, we're gonna dive in. We got some cool stuff to show you today. This is great. If you happen to scan the QR code that is on the screen, now some of you folks is probably on your phone, and let me see if I can pull this up on my phone so I can show you how it is done. Not stop talking, Doc. Um, if you happen to be on your phone, you can take your fingy and embiggen it to your liking. And then normally on your phone, you can just press and hold it like that and it will go there. Or what you can do is make a screenshot like that. And then once you save the screenshot to your photos, right, you're going to go down here and then wait, man, I can't see sideways. You're going to save the screenshot to your phone. And once you save the screenshot to your phone, you will absolutely be able to press on the QR code and it will go wherever you wish it to go. So let me make sure when I open up my photos, you guys don't see any weird pictures of feet. I'm joking, completely joking. Oh, here we go. All right, so there's the photo inside the phone area, and you can press on it, and it will say "Open in Safari," and it will take you to the page. Okay,
You're so
so
fancy.
if you happen to be on your phone, yeah, people always say you can't open if I'm on the phone. I can't open. Yes, you can. Yes, you can. That is how. Screenshot it. Press the icon. QR code. Gangster. Okay, so I just want to make sure you guys can get there. I am pretty sure. I'm joking, Jeremy. I am pretty sure that Paul has the what do you call those things? Links. Paul probably has the links somewhere quite
Paul's on top
ready
of
to
it. Yeah, he
go.
is.
Yeah.
Yep, he just
See,
got it.
there he
He said,
goes.
or you can
See,
just
there
click
you
this.
go. See, Paul is on point. Paul
Yeah,
is on
Paul's.
pink. You know what I mean? Like something tells me that they didn't want it to look like this. I'm gonna adjust it and hope I don't break anything.
They give you. Well, the nice thing is, didn't they just like export the profile over to you
They
and you just
sent me the
import it
whole
in?
profile and smart enough to send fonts and the whole 9 yards. So hopefully everything runs as smooth, just like the Silka. Here I got one
See,
more
that's the cool
scene.
thing about Ecamm. I don't think most people actually realize that, is that
No,
you
they
could
don't.
export these profiles. Because there are plenty of times when I needed an emergency remote live producer to just come through, and the ability to export those, game changer.
Thank you. Lala is. Oh. Lala, how are you? ¿Cómo está? Lala is loving your backpack from camp. That backpack was
I
kind of
still have
cool.
her little gift from Creator Camp. I love it.
Oh my, I can't wait. I have mine ready to go on the tree. So I'm super excited about that.
Yes.
Okay, so let's dive in. Let's check out some of the cool deals they have. They made another scene for me. I'm checking to make sure I didn't break nothing. Oh, if I press this, what happens? Oh, that goes over there. Not what was supposed to happen. Hold on, let me fix it. Oh, this is so
Look at
good.
you breaking stuff right now.
Man, I know, right? Autumn just went through all of this trouble to make it nice for me, and I have to go and wreck. I have to go and wreck the whole thing. Here, let me press this again so I can get it
No, you're
straight.
good.
Like, what am I doing that's wrong?
I like that
Who,
though.
who knows?
I like that scene. This is such a clean setup. That's something that I need to incorporate into Lights Camera Live. So good.
Yes. Oh, thanks, Katie. Katie said this is what happens when Doc takes over. Thanks, Katie. Thank you. Let's see. Look, yes. And I did install the font, so I don't know what happened. Never mind. Ooh, maybe it's just me. Maybe it's something I'm doing wrong, but that's okay.
Is that
Oh,
possible?
I know what it is. You have to lock the scene in order for it to go back to whence it had came. Ha ha! That is why. Okay, let me start locking scenes before I muck anything else up. Ah, it's so good.
I just watch you guys. I'm just watching it at the same time too. I'm like, look at Doc.
Hey, you know what it is?
Wreck It Rock. They
Oh
called you
my
Wreck It.
God.
No, not Wreck It Ralph, but it needs to be Wreck It Rock.
Thank you, Michelle. Thank you, Michelle. I thought we was tight. This Michelle giving me payback because I called her out in the stream last week. Okay, now we're even. Now we're even. Yes, I do like this scene. It's super clean. For some reason, the Ecamm logo is coming in a little spicy, but that's nothing we can do about that. Okay. Anyway, so let's dive in. They have some awesome stuff. If you pull up the page on your computers, we can go through this together. And I wanted to say something that I know Stephanie sent out a post the other day. I've been talking about this cycle like for the last 2 weeks
Aw.
because I had an epiphany a couple weeks back talking to somebody who is, doing their thing and they're doing all of the right stuff, but it's not happening at the pace that they want it to happen. And I'm like, okay, well, first of all, that's because you have set expectations, and it's okay. People have those. I don't have feelings. I don't have expectations. I don't do that. I just enjoy what I get. But you have to almost die a couple times to start living life like that. I fully get it. Prior to almost dying, I never had those thoughts. Now that I almost died twice, I have those thoughts. So I don't expect anything. I enjoy everything, and I positive all the time occasionally. So that's a different look. Hey, I understand if you can't get there. So anyway, what I had talked about was maybe starting to do some of the other things that support people who already are doing what you want. Two things that will give you is that will give you some positive cash flow, but then secondarily, it'll help you start to learn to see things from the inside or from a different perspective, maybe even understand audiences and communities better and the whole 9 yards. And one of the things I've been pointing people to was Stephanie's original season of Showrunner, which is old as far as the Ecamm lingo goes, but the information is exactly the same still today with a couple nuances, like you can use AI and stuff to get your sales letters out a little quicker. So hopefully some of the stuff that we're going to show you today will put you in the mindset of thinking maybe I'm not going to buy anything else from my particular studio, but I'm going to buy something from my Brainio that's going to allow me to get that positive cash flow working the way that I want it to work and keep going. You know what I'm saying? And
Love
I
it.
big ups that your content still holds. I watched a bunch of them on 2X again recently as I was setting up for my class, and I'm like, yo, all information is still the same. you
It
know,
still works. I'm
it
telling you,
still
it still works.
works. So good.
It's a
Uh,
master class.
yes, yes. Oh my God, look at this lady over
Wreck It
here
Rock.
harassing me from
He
from the
is a
side.
rock. Wait,
Okay.
when Uvri said that, I was reminded of was it Everything Everywhere All at Once? You know
Yes,
that.
yes. Oh my God, love that movie. Okay, so let's go and look at some of the stuff that they have on sale for us. Where did I put that scene? I guess I should make this bigger so I can see. It's really funny when you do somebody else's
Show.
thing. Yeah, because it's not what I
I
was
think it
looking
makes
for.
you appreciate their workflow process and how they think,
Yes,
right?
yes.
So like fun fact, whenever I like my stream deck, it goes 1, 2, 3, 4 as far as like my scenes go, and that's how I remember it. So I don't have to look at it, but that's just how my brain works. And because I'm left-handed, I do things differently. So I do things from a left-handed perspective. And yeah, you don't really realize how people run their shows until you're in their own shoes, or in this case, you're in their own studio. You're in the scenes.
Our virtual studio, like slide into the DM, slide into the virtual studio. There we go. All right, so here we go. Let's take a look at this. This is the sheet that they built for us, which is so incredible. What if I
How
move
do they
this
do
up
that?
a
Where do
little
they
bit?
build it in?
Oh, they built it in
It's
Craft. Craft is a very nice competitor to Notion, and I had actually
oh,
used Craft for a hot minute, and then I went back to Notion. So when I first started messing around with this stuff, I thought I was going to be cute and use something other than Notion, and I ended up going back to Notion. But Craft is
that's hilarious.
exactly this. It is pretty cool. Very similar. It's very Apple-y. So if you're an Apple-y type person, it's very, very Apple-y. I love Craft. Okay, so one of the first ones we have on here while we're talking about gear is Elgato. Elgato has a Black
Do,
Friday
do, do,
sale.
do.
Boom. So you can pop over there. I do believe the last time I looked, if you're looking to get that Elgato prompter, you'll get it in March. But hey, you can still get the deal now. You just got to know you're not going to smell one until March. So uh, lots of cool stuff in here. You can select based off of your country. They have different deals on various things. Whether you need a new mic, a new Stream Deck Plus. This is my current favorite Stream Deck Plus. I use this
Yeah.
probably more than my big one. And one of the things that I don't know why, but I just learned this from Paul. You can put buttons on the big one that will change the profiles to the other one if you have more than one. Or
Oh,
you can
interesting.
set your front page up so it actually loads other profiles and then in turn those pages. There's a Paul Duncan move. I was like, come on,
Paul
Duncan. How
Duncan.
did I not know that? So hopefully, maybe he'll make a tutorial to tell you guys. And then I was just talking to Stephanie about this guy. I actually have this HD60X, and I
Mm-hmm.
like it because I could pass the signal from the camera through to another monitor, like Confidence Monitor, or to something else that can record, so that I can have backup records. So I end up using this in my mobile kit when I go to do streams out in the street for other folks. I use this as my normal capture device. And so, yeah, a bunch of cool stuff in here. But go ahead and check out the deals for the Elgato. And I know Stephanie has a whole studio full of Elgato
Yeah,
stuff.
they've been very good to me. They've been good to me in my journey. I will appreciate that for sure.
Oh, super good. Now, the next one up, and this is from our homie LD. Everybody who came to camp, you guys remember my workshop partner was Laura. She is awesome, but sure has some really cool things. I am loving my new Shure microphone here. What is this? The SM7DB. But there's a bunch of stuff here, good deals. And anyone looking for a good value price mic that will just be good until your kids get into live transporting or wherever we're at that point in time, SM58, like 89 bucks and basically bulletproof. You can run it over with a car. It's still going to work. It will always sound good. Most of you have experience on speaking on one in high school at some point.
Yeah.
Even if you went to high school in black and white like me and Paul, still, this was there. This mic is, I want to say, pushing 80 years old. It's been around.
Can I
There,
add something to this?
yeah.
So here's what I'll say is that for those of you that are in remote live video production, or if you're doing any type of remote recording for your clients, if you gift your clients the gear that they need just to get started, that's like a great onboarding gift to give to your clients. If you're the type of person where
Mm.
it's like, how do I retain my clients? Right? And that's like another way for you to get on their good side, for them to remember you. And then oftentimes when you have another deal where they could upgrade stuff, they're always going to come back to you. So that's a great way for you to rebuild that relationship and keep that rapport.
Super smart, super smart. I like that. Super smart. And it might be something that is going to be better for you as an editor because you're not fighting their horrible audio. it might be
True.
better for you to send them a mic
Give
and
yourself
make
some
your job
peace.
easier. Yes, super smart. Okay, so go and check out our partners at Shore. Again, all these deals are in the guide. Please refer to the guide and jump in there if you will. Here is IK Media. You guys have seen them help us out with a bunch of different events, and thank you, Cookie People, for driving me psycho. But they have monitors on sale. I actually have some monitors here that I love because it allows me to learn loud instead of just listening to my headphones. But they have a bunch of stuff here, so go and check out the IK Media. Here is the special offers tab down here on the bottom, and then you can also jump over to their master page and see what all kind of cool stuff they have going on their Cyber Monday sale. There's a bunch of stuff
Oh,
in
they
here.
fancy.
I know, right? Super. Everybody is coming up with. I feel like websites are going back to being good. They got boring for a hot minute, but they're going back to being good. So this is super cool. Uh, nice, right? Oh.
You see Tatiana?
Yes. Let me go and adjust
Yeah.
this. Tati says, want to be able to raffle off some awesome tech tools for my college students.
Mm-hmm.
Love giving away stuff. Yes, awesome. I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. Boom, boom, boom. No, I was doing something called work. Don't worry, we'll get you straightened out. I don't know what's going on with this
Did
audio,
someone need
but
customer support and then now they're stalking
yeah,
you?
yeah, but this is a setup problem, I assume, but yeah, I can't do it in my head. That
That's
requires
funny.
live setup. Okay, so we got all of this so far. Let's go back
I appreciate you,
and
Paul, for putting that link in the YouTube comments. So helpful.
oh,
So
the Cyber
helpful.
Monday guide. Yes, super
Mm-hmm.
helpful. Paul is quick with the Paul is quick with the links, and I tried. I asked myself one day. I was like, sometimes I'm asking Paul to put the link, and it pops up while I'm in the middle of asking the question.
Yeah.
I know a secret now.
What is it?
On
Does
on
he have it like on a Stream Deck button? Is it like a
Yes.
hotkey?
On the big
That's
Stream
what I
Deck
was
button,
thinking.
he has an icon that's my face, and he presses my face, and then there's like 32 of my links just ready to go. Click, 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 click. He has one for Tom Buck. He has one for even my buddy Matthew from, yeah. So Paul has links for everybody's stuff. So when he goes to your show, the minute he gets a wrench, he makes a page with your icon on it so he can peep those links really,
There
really
needs to be
quickly.
like a Paul Duncan moderator masterclass for sure.
Man, can you tell him again? I'm gonna just back up. I'm gonna be quiet here. Let me drink this water while Stephanie repeats that, Paul.
No, really, Paul, you're hella talented. When I look at all like these different
Ain't none of my
graphics
business.
and the way that you manage the community, it's just it's superior. It's bar none. It's like that Disney experience. Like you've got it right, friend. There's a lot of people that can learn from you for sure.
You got a friend
I would
in
send
me.
VAs over to you. I'd be like, anyone that's live streaming that wants to have a really good moderator, they would have to graduate from the Paul Duncan Academy of Moderator Masterclass.
I love it.
Right?
Yo, I got my degree at PDA. What? Oh no, Paul Duncan Academy.
Paul Duncan Academy.
Oh, it's on. It's on. Wait, don't press that. Look at that. Boom.
I like that. I love watching everyone else's shows because I get so many ideas of, okay, so that's how you do your show. Got it.
Right? Look,
You
the
know,
Paul Duncan Academy in the building.
the
Okay,
PDA.
so next week, look, I'm gonna come down to here because there is a Paul Duncan down here, but
Yeah, I saw it. Yeah, I like swoop, skim down the
see.
list. I love it.
All right, so this one is really cool. If you want to know how to make your show look cool like we did today, not we, because I didn't do it. I'm therefore just made it and sent it to me. But they're gonna give you the hookup, and you can get everything that they have in their store right now. They're doing it for $41. I
That's
think there's
insane.
I think that 4.1 I got it. I was like, what is the math behind coming up with 41? Me as a nerd, I would have went 42, but that would have been because of Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
I like it. It's so clean. It's so fresh. It's
So
just,
good.
there's so much you could do with this.
Yes, it's so good. So again, here you go. Jump on over to the guide.
Is
Look
that the
down. So you
Filipino
see.
flag for the strips? What is it? Did you see it? Do you know what I'm talking about? You see the Filipino flag one? No, I need to like tap into it. That's clean. I like that.
It's so good, right?
You guys better get this now because I'm gonna come through. I'm gonna say Anna and Fuljens, you need to have like master resell rights where you're just like, this is our template. If you want to resell it on your end, then you have to buy lifetime access and da 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 da.
That's brilliant.
Switch up your game.
Brilliant. Brilliant. Get the and get the QR codes on the swipe thing that you were doing today. That was pretty cool. All right, so you got this graphic sale, and then of course, live streaming pros also got your back when it comes to graphics. As the other Paul, the other PD, Paul Dixon, is in the building out here just enjoying this, right? So you can get all myriad types of things. Even if you want to make your stream deck fancy like Paul, you can get
Mm-hmm.
icons down here. They have little gold pum pum pums that you can drop. And one of my favorite ones is I have in my collection the Ecamm coin drop.
Yeah.
That thing is fun. I don't know why. I just like it because I don't have sound for it on this. But let me just drop it in here if it'll go in.
Oh
Boom,
yeah.
yes.
I saw you. I think I saw you do it last week.
I love this. And then
Yeah.
just
That's
embiggen
so
it to full
clean.
screen. So I better make sure I delete this. Wait, I'm not sending this back to Unfortunes. They'll be like, why are there coin drops in my
Yeah, and I was like,
scenes?
what do you, why would they want this back from you? They're like, look, this is the before and after. This is what we sent Doc, and this is what he sent us after. The aftermath. It's like Plinko.
Yeah, super cool. So yes, live streaming pros has you on deck when it comes to those. Um, let's get it twisted now. So let's go back to the guide. You know what? I should have put these on my stream deck instead of mousing back and forth. But also, fun fact: if you do Command Backspace, you can get back to the scene that you were at. That's my
Command
emergency.
backspace?
Yes, that's my emergency button for when you have to make a change on the scene because something happened and it wasn't right. Command Backspace takes you where you came from real quick. All
Oh,
right.
funny.
So next up we have courses. Courses. We
Courses.
got courses. We have course from Alex Jonsen, aka Pumpkin.
Oh, his
Pumpkin is
stuff is
doing
so clean too.
right.
And
It's
like
very
his whole
clean.
website setup, that's goals right there. The way it's
It's Kabibi.
structured, it's clean. It has really awesome, amazing descriptions on there. He has testimonials. Like this is one of those where like you look at it and you know that he didn't just come up with this overnight.
Yes. He spent a lot of time making these guys. So he has your
Building it.
Ecamm
Yeah.
Accelerator, Kajabi Accelerator, YouTube, and
Mm-hmm.
then build a content distribution machine coming up, right? So he has all these guys in here. You can go over and check out Black Friday deals and get 30% off any of Alejandro's classes. Look, even has a little pop up there. So you can
I love
stop
it.
trying to be a perfectionist. It's very cool.
It's not about perfection, it's about connection. That's what I
Ooh,
learned from Luria.
ooh, wait, what? All right, there's this other one from some lady named Stephanie Graffiti.
Stop it.
You
What's
call her
up?
Stephanie, I call her Heffany. Anyway, tell people about Graffiti Digitals.
I love it. Digital confetti. Yes. So look, listen, I know everyone
It's
out
so
there wants to teach
pretty.
you how to create content with AI and whatnot, but let's be honest, if you're creating content, you need to map it to conversions. You have to understand the customer journey. And so really digital confetti is about taking your live streams, knowing how to turn it into 94 pieces of content so you never have to worry about what to create. A lot of you, I'm gonna call you out, are sitting on a lot of content. It's collecting digital dust. It's time to make digital confetti because if you sprinkle it all across the internet, people are gonna be like, how do I work with that person, right? So digital confetti, I'm gonna hold you accountable every week and say, what are you creating? What are you creating this week? You literally showed me this whole entire like, what was it? Like backup drives, backup drives. And I was like, okay, so where is it? Where's the book? Where's the workshop? Where's the TEDx talk? Where's all these different things? That's me. People will tell you repurpose for short form. I'm going to tell you to repackage so you dominate your industry. So that's that.
Thank you
I'm
for
looking
coming
at
to
you.
my TED Talk.
I'm looking at you. I see you.
Oh, there you go. There you go. Look, this is
Yeah,
so
see,
good.
everyone's like, oh, Stephanie's calling me out. I'm telling you, you guys are sitting on so much content that's out there. And honestly, for me, a bunch of times I tell people, so what if someone already has like a YouTube channel, they're doing this, they're doing that. Bar none, I bet you they're not repurposing their content, making workbooks, worksheets, cheat sheets, any of that stuff to really help people learn. And that's really where you get to swoop in. So I get to teach you all the things. But yeah, it's 50% off a membership.
Look at
We've got
this
people all up
handsome
in there
guy over
already.
there. Al Jennings in the building.
Yes, sir.
Look at
Yes,
him.
sir.
Look at him. Look at this
Paul,
young man.
Duncan. Paul, now you better come here. Paul, you are so super talented. I'm waiting for the PDA to launch. You just wait.
Right? Paul sneaking out the back door.
Ecamm Fam, you are so talented. I swear. Lots
Dude,
of you.
mommy is amazing. Like, come on, Lala, you got this. Okay?
Yeah, sometimes I feel like when people learn from other people, different demographics, different parts of the world, some people don't want to hear from someone like me, but they might want to hear from someone from your voice, They want musical
Correct.
Tourette's, they go to Doc.
What?
They want tech gear, right? They go to Doc.
Dude,
Exactly.
you know what it is? I like to hear sometimes sort of what it means for other people because it gives you a different perspective,
Yes.
and then so like today I was listening to um Igor, the guy who I would really listen to for the majority of my AI stuff. And here's a 30-year-old kid that grew up in the Eastern Bloc and like didn't have a lot going on, but like I'm gonna make this work, and he just did it. And I like it better when somebody comes from like a struggle and they still pop off, right? Because that makes it easier for the people that have that sort of have everything for them, so to speak, and yet they
Yeah.
still making excuses. So, Mami Lala, Dalian mo, okay?
Yeah, I'm telling you, I feel like when you put your story together of who you are and how you deliver it, I mean, all of us put like a different flavor on top of it. That's for sure.
There you go. There you go. Uh, See, I've been trying to teach Maestro how to edit videos, but he's all pause.
That's so cute.
That's super funny. Dude, you have to find a way to work that in. Hit the pause button, but it's PAWS, and then it's a picture of Maestro. That'll be
Oh,
a good
that's
one.
super cute.
You know how we do. All right, so don't forget to check out Stephanie's thing. And again, just pop in here to the guide. You can use the QR code on the screen. You can go here, go into digital confetti, and then sign up and get to hang out with Steph.
I'll
And
be your
then
content coach, that's for sure. No
we have
excuses.
we have the moderator himself, Mr.
Yes,
Moderator.
sir.
And listen, if you don't do anything else for yourself, come over here, and on this very first button, there is the Mr. Moderator block words list. About a year ago, Paul created 2,100 words. It's longer than 2,100 now because the amount of dumb stuff that gets blocked on my channel, I'm sure Paul added more, but it's 2,100 words. And it's a way that you go in, you get this list from Paul. It's super cheap when you consider how much comments you don't have to delete. And
Yeah.
there's a spot to plug it in YouTube, and Paul has
Mm-hmm.
that in the instructions. You plug these in, and then
Yeah.
when someone come into your stream, saying stupid stuff like "hey," and all they hear is wah 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 wah. It's comments or ghosts. They don't even come up.
Okay. I love this, and let me tell you why. Because as a remote live video producer, when I have clients that are like, ooh, I don't know about doing a live stream because they get super nervous about it and whatnot, you come through correct with this YouTube block word list. I think this just gives you more armor of like, hey, I'm here to take care of you. I'll make sure that your show is successful. And so when you think ahead, like, you're playing like 5D chess basically at this point, clients are going to want to keep working with you. So I love that he put this together. Like I've had my mini list, but how many did you say? Like 21,000?
It's 20. It's
So
2,100, but I'm pretty sure it's more than that because Paul does it live. Okay, here's one of the cool things about the list. Because he's moderating for so many different things, when
Yeah.
something new comes up, he adds it to the word list and then you can get updated, right? So
Yeah.
you if you when you sign up, you get like an email thing and then Paul can, if you need to update or whatever, just send him an email, support at moderator.live. I think that, man, he lives here. Put the dang thing in the chat, dude. Then I think he can send you an updated list. And so one day YouTube will get smart enough to make us have an offsite list, because then Paul
Yeah.
would be able to just basically have a site that you plug in that hole and just
Yeah.
keep the site updated. So um,
And you
I'm
can just
glad
pull
Paul
from it.
mentioned this fact. If you find Jesus, I don't, Jesus would slap me, but if you found Jesus, do not read this list. Just copy and paste. Don't read it.
Copy and paste.
It's
Yeah.
not good for you. Don't read it. Just put it in there, right? Or
I
let's say
I
you're doing something
man.
with your kids, right? Let's say you decide to do a channel with Emma, and you just don't want to have her have to accidentally see nothing stupid. You 15 bones, right? You basically got a shield, and you set that up in the back end, and then no one's coming in saying dumb stuff to your
Mr.
kids.
Moderator, I would update this landing page and say this is great for parents who have kids that are launching YouTube channels. This is great for remote live video producers that are working with B2B companies and they're really, really
Business
sensitive
clients.
about certain. Yeah. And you could say that this covers all arrays, like different industries and whatnot. Like this, wow, that's
We
smart.
had one of our big customers doing the stream, and I swear they got up to like 990 some odd people. We thought they were going to hit 10,000, and the comments was going furious, like like 100 miles an hour, and their guys was trying so hard to like swat these flies. In the back of my head, I was like, yo, if they spent $15 on this list, it would have made their job a heck of a lot easier.
Yeah,
So
because
yeah, definitely worth the
I
get.
Yeah, and I bet you, like, if I was the client and if I had a moderator that didn't swat all those flies like quick enough and I looked embarrassed and I looked like a fool in front of like my C-level executives and whatnot, I probably wouldn't work with that producer again. So I feel like this needs to be a no-brainer for any of you that are producing for your clients.
There you go. And then and I'm glad Paul put this. So last year, during like maybe after the first or second upload to the list, there was something that went on in the news, and I forgot what it was, but a bunch of people started coming out of the woodworks recently with a bunch of dumb stuff, and Paul was able to manicure the list to just deal with all
Really?
of that, and so that kind of goes away, right? You're able to sort of put some squelch onto that nonsense too. So it's a good list to have. If you don't need it yourself, buy it for a client, buy it for a friend, buy it for somebody who just did a channel. Like this is one of those things where everybody should have one. I was lucky that I was the beta for for Paul building this, because Paul built it a lot from my channel and Tom's channel, I believe, when he was
Yeah.
moderating a lot in the beginning, and then for the Ecamm channel. So yeah, it's a good list. And you notice from maybe about the last year, we don't really have any drama in the KNG monthly Q&As anymore, and that's because of Paul's list. So if you definitely
That's a
uh,
testimonial right there.
yeah, you
Drop
should.
that in. You drop that on the landing page over there.
It is, well, actually, yes, Paul, on this page, on the link, for the picture, you should put the Ecamm logo and any other logos. Wait, I should
Any
show
other
you that.
clients? Yeah.
Any other clients for people that you've done, you should put their logos on here and in the bottom of this thing. And why you did you get permission from Gretchen to use this picture?
You have to get in trouble. I'm checking out right now because I know I need this for sure. I know I need that.
See, there you go. All right. Anybody who yes, David said he got it too, and he hasn't seen a bot since he got the list. Come on, there you go.
What?
Paul, you
Okay,
should
can I?
do a
I'm
collab
gonna
that
up
when
you
they
on
get the
this.
list, it comes with a song from David. What do you say, Steph?
I was gonna say because like I get a lot of bots on Instagram, and since I've been rocking it on Instagram Live too, I'm curious, Paul. This is a cue for you, a cue for you. Like, would this work on an Instagram Live as well? You could just hit me up later because I'm already checking
Oh,
out right now.
I like it. I was trying to steal the picture, but I don't have to steal it because I'm live. Look, he even has a cool mug.
Yes.
A Q should look like a question mug. I like this. Man, see, I'm telling you, fourth wall is awesome. I like
Is
this
that
one
fourth wall?
too.
This is fourth wall?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Oh, that's so
I have
cool.
my stuff on fourth wall too. Super cool. I really like it. So what else did Paul make?
That's clean.
Oh, he made a moderator word guides. Media Guardian trolls. Nice, nice, super cool, P. Super cool. I like it. And if nothing else, you can get a reflective Paul Duncan sticker. I have one stuck to my cabinet over here.
That's so
I
cute.
have a Paul Duncan sticker on my cabinet. Anyway, that is something you guys support the man that makes our lives a lot easier around these parts. Go check out the the bad word list. Most of those words I modeled for Paul live. I love it. It's so good. Man, what an awesome list, guys. Okay, so while we're here, I'm going to show you one more time. Jump over with the QR code. Everything that Audio Fuljens put together in this little list here, you can come in. You can see all the deals that we have. A lot of these stuffs you do have to act fast because there are deadlines. Today being Cyber Monday, you probably got like 2.5 to 3 hours to make some decisions. Nothing in here is super complicated. The ones that you should definitely go and check out, go and click them, look at them, see what you got to do, but make an executive decision. If you sit around and think too long, you're gonna cry. I just want to say that. And especially like if you need to go get your digital confettis on, then go and do it because Stephanie's here. You can ask her questions about it. He said I
Honestly,
got
I love this
left-handed and
list.
right-handed mugs.
I
Yes,
okay, so I'm gonna add my 2 cents on this. Everything in this Black Friday sale really sets you up for success as being a part of the Ecamm fam because you got Anna and Fulgens that are already giving you the graphics for how to set up your scenes. Not only that, but Luria gives you the overlays and whatnot to make your stuff fun. Paul is keeping you safe as far as making sure that your stream doesn't get, what do you call it? Like people just come
um,
through and
yeah, yeah.
starts with the R rage or whatever.
Rated, yeah.
Yeah, people don't raid your stream and whatnot. And then I come through, it's like, no, let's monetize your damn stream.
I didn't know Gretchen was here, so she heard that horrible joke. Sorry,
You're
Gretchen.
so mean. I love that. Yeah, I love that you haven't had any issues with any bots. For me, I mean, I love everything that was on that list for sure. Like, I love that Anna and Fulgens gives you the scenes and all of that stuff. Loria always comes through with the really fun overlays. But really, this block list for me, I feel like, wow, that because that could be on any channel. And I think that's really going to help you secure and keep your clients. And I love that you even mentioned that it would work well for parents like me who have little ones who want to get started on creating their own YouTube channels. Because those are things that you don't really think about. But to know that we have the Ecamm fam thinking about that like 10 steps ahead of us, that's brilliant.
Super dope. While I look up the list for the December challenge, one of the things that I was thinking of, I had my whole group doing this the other day in our class. I had everybody tell me like, what were they going to do for the month of December in order to polish this year off mad strong? And then I wanted to know like what type of okay, I did a theme last year, and I learned this from Sally Cousins. Right, if you've been around the Ecamm fam for a minute, you know she's in the fam. Super funny girl, hilarious, but very brilliant. Her ideas are brilliant. How I met Sally was 2 years ago. She said, I do my year around a theme word. And this year, my theme was going to be Ecamm. I'm going to do something with Ecamm every week. So at the end of these 52 weeks, I'm relatively gangster at Ecamm. I was like, okay, bet. So I've been like doing the same thing since I learned that from her, which was early on, 2 years ago. I've been using this one word thing to sort of push the needle with my content creation, personal development, the whole 9 yards. So I'm going to put you on the spot. How does a rock star like yourself polish out the end of the year to ensure that you're, got that speed going into 2024? So many people are like, oh, I'm going to wait till January 1st and I'm going to do this. You're going to start dead. I like to start December so that you're already at full speed. So when January comes, you're like, "What's up, bitches? I'm here." Ooh, like that. You just roll in, kick the door in with your new fit, be like, "Hey, girl, hey." Right. So how do you polish out the year, and then what are your plans for next year? And then the last question: if you had to give your next year theme, what is that theme?
Yeah. And put it. Are you asking me
Yeah,
specifically?
I'm asking
Or,
you. Everybody else can put theirs in too. I'm asking you because you're the gangster up in here.
mine is momentum. I think momentum builds on momentum. I'm definitely one of those where it's not one day, it's day one, right? Every day you wake up, it's day one. And so you just have to be 1% better than you were yesterday. I'm not asking you to go from 0 to 100 in like 24 hours. I'm just saying, you know, be 1% better. So every day is day one. I'm not going to live in the past. I'm basically just going to keep building. Momentum builds on momentum. I think you've heard me say this before, iron sharpens iron. And I'm going to be very picky and particular about who I roll with. And so this is why someone said earlier, like, damn, Stephanie's everywhere today. I was like, well, yeah, because there's certain people I want to be around with. There's certain people that I know are going to push me out of my comfort zone. And like, oh, I should check out craft. Okay, what's happening in Notion? I have people pushing me outside of my comfort zone because I know that if I just stay in my little box, I'll get comfortable. And I
Yes,
know
it's
that,
very easy to. It's very
yeah,
easy to.
and customers and mindsets are shifting and consumer behavior. And so it's important for me to be around other content creators that are going to push me out of there. So momentum, that's my word. Momentum builds on momentum. And I want to be the one that like pushes other people too.
Yeah, I
Let's
love
go.
that. I love that. It's so easy to want. Actually, it's funny. I'm glad Tati's here because Tati said use the word for personal theme. And it's like making one specific to. I like making one specific to content creation. I remember having this conversation with people around my crew. I'm pretty sure I had this conversation with Tati. It's like so many people in our community want all this stuff to be just so easy for them. But you know what? If it's so easy for you, what ends up happening is you lose that edge. Part of the things about knowing that anything can happen at any time, that gives you the edge to stay fluid, mobile, ever adapting, ever changing. Like nobody can surf in a swimming pool. Waves are required to surf. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
so like swimming pool is boring. Like sometimes you got to get out in the ocean to get make sure your skills are working, because when you're going to need it, it's going to be in the ocean. Very seldom do you need to have to swim for save your butt in the pool. Normally you have to swim to save your butt in the ocean. So sometimes you gotta, maybe that's a Hawaii thing, but sometimes you gotta step up and hit the ocean.
No,
So yeah.
I love that. I love that one. Have you heard the one where they say that like in order for a tree to have really strong roots, it needs to hold itself against whenever there's a strong wind coming through. Because if it
Yes.
doesn't have any strong wind, it's just going to topple over. And so sometimes you really need to build your roots to provide shade for others. And so that way people can find comfort in that. There's no such thing as comfortable.
Thank you. Thank you, Paul. All right, guys, here's what we're doing for December. I love this. All right, so we've done the Vlogmas thing in the past. We're doing it a little bit differently this year. I feel that it's not just we as a collective, we feel that most of the people in our game are pretty good at making that sort of consistent content. So doing the challenge of just like, oh, just post 30 videos in the month of December, like, okay, whatever. Most people are good enough now where they can do that. So Anna and Fuljens were like, how do we make this fresher and deafer? They didn't use my words; they used their own. I just those are mine. But how can we make this fresher and deafer? And that doesn't mean deaf like in hold your ears, Rich. It means like fresh to deaf. Never mind. Anyway, how could they do it and bring some struggle to the bus, because again, if you just do it out of comfort, that's not going to help you grow, right? The way your muscles grow is to cause a little pain first with the lifting, and then as they're repairing, your muscles get bigger, and eventually you become swole like me, right? Do you remember having to punch the bags to get your hands used to hitting something?
Yes.
Right? Isn't that the worst? That is the worst. And the first couple weeks, your hands feel like they're on fire. You have a hard time brushing your teeth. And yeah, so fun fact, Stephanie can kick your butt. So,
True.
Anyway, so let's show you what Anna and Fuljens put together for the family this go around. I wonder if my Chrome bump up will work. Yes, it does. Yay.
Boop, boop.
Okay, so first of all, big ups on the Farshal Mox for putting up these incredible Vlogmas graphics,
So
and we have a
clean.
whole folder where you can download the graphics if you want to use them in your process. But basically, we're going to take a unique approach to the traditional Vlogmas challenge, a month-long series of daily videos. Instead, focusing on daily vlogs, we're encouraging you to participate in a weekly challenge that will help you set goals, create a vision board, and develop a plan for the year ahead. Talk about professional radio read, which I know about game.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, what is Vlogmas? The original concept involves posting a video every day during the month of December, typically centered around holiday presentations and festivities. However, we recognize not everyone has time or resources to commit to daily vlogs. Therefore, Ecamm Vlogmas Challenge offers a more flexible. See, I messed it up. Flexible and actionable. Come on, Duncan. Flexible and actionable approach. Wow, I got it. I got
Good job.
it. Yes. All right, William, que lo que? So the first week, what we're gonna do is have you go in and clean up and organizate your space. Right, you're gonna transform your studio, make it a nice, creative spot to work on your gear. Right, we're gonna create some inspiring checklists, and then we're gonna do a step-by-step, clutter-free, organized studio. Looking at you, Steph. Actually, I've been doing mine for the last week, and I swear I made it worse than ever before. So,
That's how
uh,
that's what happens though. It's like you get all these ideas and then you realize you've been deconstructing everything. You're like, damn, I need to go eat.
right? Like, oh my god! Like, I have everything astron all over, calling myself putting things away, and I did come up with the Marie Kondo, and I do not say Marie Kondo; it's Marie Kondo. I'm gonna say it correctly. She has a thing where there's some older stuff that I have that I know I can get rid of. I'm probably never going to use again, but I do like the sort of fallback on or the memory of. For instance, all of my zip disk. Right, I have my color zip disk with various projects on it from when I was doing full page ads for like Kung Fu magazine. Right, so when you see the Fairtex Muay Thai gloves, the original owner friend of mine, I used to do his ads for Kung Fu magazine, right? Alex Gong, but he
So
unfortunately
talented.
he got killed. But yeah, to do stuff like that. Where Kung Lee was going for his world championships, I was creating his ads for like Kung Fu magazine, and I have all of this stuff on these zip cartridges. I don't have a zip machine to get it out. Most of the ones that I could find don't work anymore, and I stopped taking gambles on putting it in because it might just eventually rip it. But I know it's on there, and then I don't really need to impress anybody else. So what I'm gonna do, take a photo of it, and I have a little photo, make a little journey about it, journal, and then throw it away because right now it's just cluttering space. And I have hundreds of them with various projects on it. I know what I did. I'm not here to show everybody else what I did. It's not important. The main thing is I can keep that memory without having it. Boom. Right. I'm with you. Elevated thinking. Yes. You got to back the dumpster up. Be like, doot, 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 and just come here and get rid of all of this. Okay. So there are more goodies in store on the challenge. Should you choose to accept it? How does that go? Mission Impossible. Dun, 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 dun.
Dun, dun,
Should you
dun.
choose to accept it, the other weeks will be revealed,
Mm-hmm.
divulged when we get to that. But starting basically on the first, what is that? Friday, Saturday? What the heck day is that? Calendar. Looking at my Gucci, it's about that time. Boom, 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 boom. Friday. Starting on
Friday.
Friday. Friday. And see, I know Tati is down. Tati is about this life. So yes, come in and check out the Vlogmas challenge with the Ecamm fam. And I believe Paul has a set of graphics. If you want access to the graphics for anything, I think Paul has some graphics that we can share. If not, just hit up marketing at ecamm.com and Katie can connect you to whatever we have. But if you're about doing something fun this time for Vlogmas that doesn't require you making 1100 videos, then come and check out what Anna and Fuljens have in store for you for Vlogmas with the Ecamm Fam 23. Yes, Alicia is telling the truth. AT says it. Uh, Hey, stop moving. That's AG, not AT. Cleaner provides me room for
Tony,
creativity.
Tony, the closer says, "Can I get some help with lower thirds and graphics?" That you get it in the on
Oh,
Fuljens.
on sale now. On sale now. What a bargain for you. You came to the right play. Let me go ahead and hit you
Mm-hmm.
with this. If you come over here and there's a QR code on the screen, you can scan it, take a screenshot, press it later, get there. On here, this orange icon right here, Honor and Fulgens, this is their show. I'm just dealing it today. You come here and you can get access to all of their graphics for $41.
We
What a
could.
bargain for me. Special. That's
Tati said
what's
that we could get an Ecamm virtual yard sale. I mean, you know what? I feel like everyone
we
needs
have.
to.
We
Yeah,
have
we have the trading
Tots.
post.
We have the trading posts. Yes,
Yep.
good answer. But yes, come over to the link, check out Honor and Fulgens at gumroad.com. Also, you can just use the QR code on the screen, go down to the orange thing, and you get everything in here. So you get fully customizable scenes. Is
I love
basically
it. I'm
all of these
getting there.
scenes are in here, right? So you can come here and check out what they have. Will need to be using a current version of Ecamm to let that go down. There's a video that shows you what it is all about. This is sort of what it looks like. Very cool. Not
It's
dissimilar
clean.
from what we're doing today, but these are fully editable and customizable. So once you put them in, you can make the adjustments to make it look the way you want it to
You
look.
just hit the ground running. No, I love it.
Yeah,
It's
you
so
just
good.
run like a heavyweight champion, right? Then they got the sidebars right here. It's just funny to see out of there with a little cup in her face. That's that
So
look she
cute.
give you when you say something dumb and she just go. But there's a
I
little
love
video
her.
here to show you. So oftentimes when you come to the beginning scene, you get to see that. So I mean, everything in their whole store, they're giving you instead of 15 for that, 15 for that, 15 for that, 15 for that, 10 for
Everything.
that, they're giving you the whole shooting match for $41.
Everything Ecamm scenes. 41.
30, 60, $70 worth of stuff for I see I did that math in my head.
Mm-hmm.
I spent $41. It's kind of a deal. It's kind of a
That's so
deal, right?
clean.
So you can get in there. The lower thirds in there, and I like how they put squircles because that's my favorite word. They got everything in the
Yep.
store. So yes, if you're just getting started, and you want to like run up, you want to run up and not get done up, then go and get their pack, and you're squared away. Um, the other option in here too, if you want something that's a wee bit different, is check out the LSP. They got all of their scenes and stuff on sale as well. Countdown timers, animated
Mm-hmm.
emojis, like things like this, where you can get your wig popped off in the emoji. This is my favorite right here. Right, these are all cool and completely done. Yes, you want to link JRAD? All you need to do is press the QR code on there, or Mr. Paul, the Duncanator, will hit
Dun,
you
dun,
with
dun,
it
dun,
in
dun,
just a
dun.
quickness because he has a Stream Deck button for that. So, yes, I would definitely say, who made that comment? Where'd he go? Let's see. I had it right
Jared
here.
Spink.
No,
Jared
I'm talking
Spink.
about Tony. Tony,
Oh,
while you're in there, go and get some of these graphics. And remember, Tony, coffee is for closers. Put that coffee down. My favorite movie, and I was like, I gotta get Katie and Nat to do this movie on there, and then become a guest on the show because I love that movie, Glengarry Glen Ross. Such
I
a good
love it.
movie. Such a good movie. Says I need to put out a craft room tour. This will help me clean up and prep for it. There you go. There you go.
Big
Listen, fam.
moves.
So Tati brought it up, and I want to remind you. And I literally had this conversation 2 days ago because after we came back from camp, and I was talking to BF Tino, and he was talking about building a recording studio, and
Yeah.
he has a pod mic. And he's like, I got to get a couple more. I'm like, bro, I got two brand new in the box pod mics, and I'm probably not going to go back to that. I have the new pod mic USB over here, which is now the pod mic that I'm going to use. So the
Mm-hmm.
other two brand new in the box, not even verbally spat on yet. I mean, brand spanking new in the box. They're just collecting dust. So I don't want to get in the digital dust. So I told BF Tino to let me know if he wants them, and I'll send it to him.
I'll hit him up for you for
You see,
sure.
but then I made the mistake of showing him that they got new red and black ones, and I think I messed
Yeah,
up
I was
my
like, but
sale.
wait, you showed him that one because then he was like, babe, should I get this? And I was like,
Yo, they
man,
are
I don't know why
dope.
this man.
They're so dope. They're red and black. Oh my god, they're
I
fire.
know. You just
And it
you
matches
sold
his
yourself
brand.
out basically.
Yo, I
You're about
like
to
he has a
close.
all right, so look, Tony, I'm gonna show you how to do this. I do this every single Friday, not on Black Friday sale. Every single Friday, I think I'm at 159 weeks in a row. Like I don't miss one. If I'm when I'm not in Japan, I don't do it in Japanese. Paul and Luis do it for me, but I'll show you how to do it because it is super simple. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. Um, Let me hit this real quick. Boom, Stream Deck mode, brand spanking new. This is my scene. This is what comes up when you make a new scene. I don't like this. Fix this ASAP. Hit Command Comma on your keyboard to bring up preferences. Go over to the video tab, change default camera mode to blank. Always choose blank. Just trust me. I don't say there's any rules in Ecamm. This one's a rule. Set it up to blank. So that way, if I delete this new scene, yes, and get Stephanie making a weird face and say make another new scene, boom, I get blank. This is exactly what your thing is going to look like. So now
Mm-hmm.
all you have to do is go into your folder and grab a background. This is just a picture, but instead of turning it loose here, I'm going to put it in show in background. In the overlay section, there's a show in background section. So pick it up, drop it in show in background. So now if I come back over to this scene where Stephanie and I are, if I was to turn off the background in this scene, which is here, oh, I see, it's locked. There,
I'm
my
laughing at
background would be
Mommy
there.
Guide said that there should be a creator blind bag in the future. That'd be hilarious. Kind of
Oh,
like
that would be
a white
hilarious.
elephant.
Yes. Oh, dude, let's set that up for next year. I like that. So yeah, basically you just drop your background back there. Now, what happens is the way we had it set up here, these backgrounds are in each individual scene. If you want something that stays in the back forever, then you just put it in the background. And the only difference is it can be a still, it can be a movie if you wish. If I dropped in a movie and say add, look, it's a movie, and then in which case I would just embiggen it to be the right size. I don't have it set for the right size right now, but it's just a matter of putting it on your scene. Like if I threw it on the top and I made it the biggest as it could be. Let me get rid of this. If I made it that big and then dragged it back down to the bottom, that would be the background. So yeah, anything can be a background. We don't care. It's your world. You do what you want to do, and then set this baby on loop, and then now this would be the background.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, if it's up to me, like I personally, this is just me personally. I don't like moving backgrounds at all, but I didn't want to mess with
Mm-hmm.
their show because this is their show. I'm living in their house, and the only reason why I don't like it because I can't see, so it makes me wonder if anybody else can see. So I personally don't use it, but you do you. If you want to make it look that cool, it's all up to you. Ooh, I would really love to have Paul and Luis do the show in Japanese. That would be fantastic. But if you want more of how to use Ecamm from zero to hero, every single Friday, without
Mm-hmm.
fail, at somebody's time on the East Coast, I don't know what it is because I live in Hawaii. It's 8 a.m. to me, or 9 a.m. to me. This go round because y'all play daylight savings time and we don't. So yeah, there is it. There is it.
I
A
love
lot
it.
of fun. A lot of fun. Come and check it out. Uh, um, Oh, Keely said yes. I sent it to Keely too because of her umpire show is red and black. I sent it to Keely and she's like, you know what? I'm gonna punch you in the face.
We're all enablers. I mean, I can't even tell you. I think recently, who was I hanging out with? I don't know. I know well, you for sure. I already got like the new MacBook Pro. I got the battery that should be arriving like in a matter of hours right now. Yeah, it's been nonstop. Every now and then I need to like go back into my cave because y'all be giving me gas syndrome.
That no showing background is not a new feature. It's been there for at least two versions of Ecamm. I want to say it predates version three, but I don't know. And we went through three, then we went through 3.1, and then we went to four, and now we're on 4.1. We're about to be on 4.2. So I know it's been there at least since version three for quite a long
Yeah.
time. It's been
It's
around
okay
for a
though,
long time.
because I'll tell you too. Like I didn't keep up with all the updates because I just kept doing what I was doing. know,
Back to
and
what you
like
said, beginning
I was
of
doing what
this.
I was doing. I was monetizing my gift. And then every now and then I'll pop back in, see what's new with Ecamm, see if it's something that I want to add into my show flow and all the other things, you know, but definitely don't get buried in all the details. Go out there, start creating content, start monetizing, do whatever it is that you want to do, make it your mission, go for it.
100%. No, I did a show recently of the various things that you could do in order to support other people in the community that they're happily pay you for, and literally, Tony just came in here and said, "Hey, like, what about these scenes and these graphics, right? Because Tony's jumping into the party. He wants to know how to set up for his branding. There are people in the chat right now who complain to me that their channel isn't making them the money they want to make, but they are good at graphics. And nobody commented to Tony, hey, hit me up in a DM. Not a single one said, hey, Tony, I got you. Hit me up in DM. Let me do that for you. You see what I'm saying? So y'all be missing the
Closed mouths
opportunity.
don't get fed. Closed mouths
Closed
don't get
mouths
fed.
don't get fed. Exactly. So there is definitely opportunities where there's people in the community that need help with setting up a roadcaster or need help with setting up a camera or learning how to white balance a camera, Tati. She said, I'm not leaving this class at camp today until you show me how to white balance and no, set up my the glide gear. She got the TMP 100. She goes, I'm
Oh,
not leaving. She brought it with her to camp in the little luggage that's
oh,
bigger than
that's
her.
cute.
Tati is this big, the luggage is that big. She's like, here, show me how to set this up. I'm not leaving until you're done. And I love that because, like you said, closed mouth don't get fed, right?
Yeah.
And so after like 5 minutes showing her how to do it, she's like, boom, I got it. I knew you would be able to help me out. I'm good to go. Now she can go to somebody in the community when they say, hey, I bought a TMP 100. I'm having a hard time figuring out. Tati hand will be like, got you, hit me up.
Oh, for
So
sure.
that's what's so dope about our community. People are willing to help. So if you are feeling some type of way, we have some people in our community who you might not know because they don't go around bragging, but we have some heavy hitters in the community
Yeah, we do.
that will be like, hey, I know you're about to do this event. I'm trying to get my remote production game up. Can I help you in any kind of way? Yes. You know what I'm
Can
saying?
I tell you someone who had found me through the Ecamm Fam, and I was completely blown away. I didn't know that he was a part of the Ecamm Fam. I don't even think you guys know who he is. Do you know Brett Daniels?
Yes. Yes.
Eh, So you know Brett, okay. And so Brett is the one that also Brent is also the one that does the trailers for like Black Panther and all the Marvel movies. Yeah, I was like, you guys, that's insane.
Right, right. You see,
Yeah.
because this is the connection. I mean, when I walked into Ecom and I got a comment on my videos like, "Oh, this really helped me out. Thank you." Hashtag Michael Hyatt. What? Michael? What?
Yeah.
What the hell are you
You're
doing
like,
in here?
wait, this is
You
Michael
know?
Hyatt. And then you got Brent Daniels, producer, composer. Oh my gosh. That's wild.
Yeah. So you'd be absolutely amazed. You'd be absolutely amazed. So don't be afraid to put yourself out there. Um, you have a chance doing what you can do. And Emily said she can't sound. I don't know what that means. Run it back one more time. I can't sound on my Zoom.
I think I saw her in the group earlier. Basically, she was trying to get the Ecamm audio into Zoom. And so she had selected Ecamm, but I don't know if it was virtual mic. Somebody was trying to help her with that, but
You know what?
it'll work
Nine
out.
times out of ten, the easiest. Okay, 9 times out of ten, the easiest way to do this in the community is as follows: open up your. Um, my brain just went. Open up the community. Go live in the community and be like,
Live
I am
demo.
trying to do
Show us your
this.
scene.
Show us, because what people do is they say, here, I don't even have an easy way to describe how to do this, but I'm going to show you what we get. We get a question that says, I'm having a problem with my sound in Ecamm. How do I fix it?
Yeah.
And this is what I do in the back of my head. Instantly, what computer, what mic, what interface, what exact scene, what does it look like? What settings do you have selected in Zoom? What settings do you have selected in Ecamm? Question, 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 question. So what helps create the frustration? Think about ChatGPT for a second. All of the people who say ChatGPT is dumb because it only gives dumb answers is because they're asking it a question like, what's the best place to go eat in New York? You can't ask a human that question. So if you want to not be frustrated by the problems that you might be having, and a lot of times it's something super switch that you missed. I have been deep in projects going psycho because I can't figure out what's going on, and then they don't have it. Okay. Yeah, I
No,
I
she's good.
appreciate it. Emily said
Yeah,
she got
Shishang's
hers
got
right.
her.
But I had one today where the person asked a question and I'm like, bro, I got like 17 more questions. But then what happens is, and I'll just tell you, I just want to let everyone understand this. When we come back and say, hey, like, can you send us a sample? Hey, what's going on? Whatever. And it's like 4 or 5 different people. That person goes, I don't want to tell anybody else. I just want this solved. So we're in that spousal disputes where you can't answer the question because you didn't give me enough information. But if I don't answer the question, you're going to get pissed off. And if I ask for more information, you're going to get pissed off. So we got set up for failure from the question.
No, yeah, it's one of those things where it's like, in order to solve a problem, you need to know what makes it a problem. Because to make it not a problem is to know what makes it not a problem. So, what
Yes.
is the problem? Explain what it is, what you want it to do, and kind of go from there. But I'm looking at Emily's conversation in the Facebook group. It looks like Shishan got her. It looks like she sent in a ticket already, and so the team should be able to help out.
Yeah. And sometimes it is a real problem. And that's the hard part, too, right? I'll admit that oftentimes for me, I'm like, you didn't do the instructions or you didn't check out any of the 57,000 tutorials I made. And so I've answered the question 50,000 times. If you look at any one of them, it would solve you. I admit that's one of the things that goes through my head because I put a lot of work into doing these things.
True, true.
And, I get personal about it, and I admit that I'm a human. I'm like, there's how in the heck did you not see this after I've covered this about a billion times? But when the person is in stress, they're in the mode of they just want to get it solved,
For sure.
right? As a teacher by nature, I'm in the mode of teaching you how to never happen again, and a lot of times that even causes a conflict. So, like we were talking about themes earlier. One of my themes for the years, I'm trying to get better at grace, right?
Mm-hmm.
But for me, not even a but, I just really want people to don't only try to do this when you have to, because the whole reason why I know how to solve the majority of the problems that you guys have is because I do this when I don't have to.
Wreck it,
I
right?
stream for I can't press the button enough of it, right? So that way I can practice the problems before they become an actual problem. So when they become a problem, I can already know what to do, right? So taking it back to our pugilism days, um, if you didn't spar, if you just thought you was gonna walk in the room with no sparring and you stepped into the ring, the first time you got rocked, you was like, and then you got rocked 6 more times and it was a lot worse. But had you sparred first, you would have known what it felt like to get punched in the face. And Mike
That's
Tyson
true.
says everybody has a plan until they get punched in the face, which is why in practice you have got to get punched in the face. In
You gotta
football,
get
we
that muscle
practice getting
memory.
hit. In baseball, we
Yeah.
practice, getting slid at. If you cover a bag, any of the bags in baseball, you practice getting slid at. You have to know what the danger looks like so that you can react to it appropriately. There, I'm done. Uh, I don't mess with Zoom, so honestly, I'm probably the worst person to ask when it
I
comes to
no,
Zoom
yeah,
stuff.
I'm the one that hits that up. I'm looking at her thing and like it seems like the virtual mic is connected as the audio. Your speaker should not be the virtual mic. Your speaker output should be your headphones or your speakers.
Yeah, because a mic is never an output. There's no such
And
thing as a
yeah,
mic
so
that can output. That doesn't exist.
yeah, so I think that might be the simplest problem, but I don't have a screenshot to actually see what your setup looks like. But either way, you're in the Facebook group and it looks like Shishang's already there. So, and there's
Yes,
a ticket.
man. Victor is on point. Victor is on point. Yeah. So drop us a screenshot, Emily, if you can, after we're done this or while we're doing this, drop a screenshot of what your Zoom settings look like into that comment, and then people can drop you a screenshot of what they're supposed to look like. And 9 times out of 10, that will solve the problem. Boom.
Yeah.
Yes. And do they happen? Sometimes it's not even your fault. It's not even, Ecamm's fault. It's just what happens. And so again, with enough experience streaming, you'll realize when the internet is being dumb. Trust me, Stephanie's a professional streamer. At once a week or once every 2 weeks, hey man, I was doing this and this didn't work. What the hell happened? And I'm like, oh, that's weird. Let's look into it. And so the one that I got on Friday, actually, what you sent me today actually happened to me on Friday.
Oh yeah.
Yes. And I just forgot to tell K and G. So I told them, and then they tried it, and Katie tried it, and Tyler tried it, and Mike tried it. And we all ran into the same thing. So Ken is like trying to figure it out right now, but he thinks
Yeah.
it's something from, YouTube's end. And if
Yeah.
that's the case, nothing we can do about it. But,
Yeah,
if
and
it's
that's
something we
the
can fix, we'll
interesting thing
fix.
too, because I feel like even though I put in a support ticket and I know the team is looking into it, I wasn't gonna sit on my hands and wait. I was like, well, here's plan B. Like I'll always have a backup plan, especially if I'm remote live producing for a client. I will always have a backup plan. If it's not this, then it's gonna be this. And I'm usually upfront with my clients, like, okay, if this fails, here's a fail safe of what we could do. And you just think of other options. And so I know Emily has her big challenge that's kicking off tomorrow. But if anything, if I were you and I didn't get this problem solved, I'd be like, send me your Venmo link or whatever, and just someone hop on a Zoom call with me right now and figure this out. Because if I'm desperate enough, right, that's what I would do.
Well, and see, here's the challenge, and I know this, and we're always happy to help, but a lot of people ask us questions for products that we didn't program, so we only know about it what we know about it, and I fully understand why we get the questions because we are active, because
Yes.
we actually exist, because we're in the Facebook group, because the Facebook group is hot or the Discord is hot or we're streaming, 6 days a week. You see our faces, you know our faces, you recognize our faces. A lot of times people should be talking to Zoom or they should be talking to YouTube or they should be talking to Sony or Canon or
I
whomever, but they come
I'm
straight to
thinking about
us.
this. I think what she's trying to do is she's trying to do a screen share of Ecamm. Yeah, see now the wheels are turning in my head of like what might actually be going on just because I'm the one that hangs out in Zoom with
All
Ecamm.
right, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to solve this problem right now.
Well,
Emily,
I need to hop off because I
I'm
need
going
to
to
go
hop
get
off
my little
too.
one.
Emily, you're going to
Yeah,
go live in the Facebook group. You're going to send me an invite
yeah.
link
Have
to
her
your
go in there.
system and I will fix it in 10 minutes or less or I'll eat a sock. Because I know exactly it has to do with Zoom. And I don't even know how to use Zoom and I still can figure it out.
Yeah, I bet you it's something stupid simple because it shouldn't be that crazy. If audio is coming in through on your Ecamm, it just needs to be passed over into Zoom. And so just knowing what that exact setup is, like provide a screenshot for it, it'd be done. It'd be easy. Yeah.
Let me see. And explanatory live, man. I think we have a post for you to post this inside the Facebook group. If not, send it to me. Well, no, because I'm gonna get off now. So I don't know. I don't know what to
Yeah,
tell
and
you.
Alex is gonna come find you.
Yeah, you got it. Next, remember to send in these things ahead of time. Uh, this is always the case when it goes broken. You've always done it before. People always say that, but it was working until today. Yeah, my tire wasn't flat until it was. Just fix it. Like I understand the sentiment, but that statement is useless. That was a common thing in the army. Like I was doing so and so, and then my gun jammed. Okay, you gonna think about the gun jam, or you gonna unjam it so we can stay alive? Like which one is it, right? It doesn't matter that it worked before. That's none of our business. We are working from today.
Yep.
November 27th.
Day
November
one. It's
26th,
day
I don't
one.
even
Your
care.
day yesterday doesn't even count anymore because your
Yesterday
day
does
one
not
is not working.
holla back. All right, so let's jump into the Facebook group. Let me a couple of things to tell you before you run. Listen, we have this analogy theme coming up for you, and trust you me, you need this. Come and check it out. Kristen and I are going to teach Katie how to build her own Synology. So make sure you check that out, and then don't forget the what do you call that thing? live demo happening on Friday. So come by, and then I will walk all you new people through how to do the do. And big ups and love to Honor and Fuljens for letting us hang out
Yes.
today. Emily, please go live in the Facebook group right now, because once I leave this chair to go get my coffee, I am not coming back. So you
I just
have,
tagged you in it too.
I see it. I'm looking at it. You have
Yep.
all of about 5 minutes to go live in the Facebook group. I'm not beating you up. I'm not beating you up. I am coaching. I am a professional coach. This is what I do. All right.
Love
See you
it.
guys in a
All
minute.
right.
Hey, mahalo, Stephanie. Awesome sauce.